This is one of those stories that you're going to want to sink your teeth in. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Brandon Aries, and welcome to The Sanctuary. Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan are back with, guess what? Another banger. And if I check my watch, it's just in time for summer blockbusters. And guess what? This is the beginning, and we are off to a great start. With that being said, let's talk movie. And this week, Sinners. Woo! Haven't done that in a minute. Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan do not seem to miss. I mean, you have Fruitvale Station, Creed 1, Creed 2, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Now you have Sinners, where Michael B. Jordan stars as twins who are trying to come back into their hometown of Mississippi after being away in Chicago working for Al Capone. Though moving back home to escape their troubled lives, it seems that something greater, a more supernatural evil, has awaited them. Starting with the main star, Michael B. Jordan, I feel like this is a role that's perfect for him. You never feel like you get the twins mixed up. It didn't feel too choppy having two twins as the main roles. Sometimes acts like this where you have one person playing 2 or 3 or 4 people, like Eddie Murphy used to do with all of his disguises, sometimes it doesn't come off natural feeling. But here they really pulled through. Hailee Steinfeld did well, but I thought from the trailer she was gonna have a bigger role. And it seems like her role was a little shortened. Cayton did phenomenal as Sammy, and it seems like for the most part, he's the character you want to see make it out of all this. You know, you would never expect a preacher boy to be involved with vampires and nightclubbing and the blues, but here we are. Speaking of music, I loved it in this film. Seeing the characters get into it with the nightclub scenes or even some of the more graphic shots, you can't help but get immersed into it. It's all unfolding in front of you with such a great soundtrack. Now, I know this movie is called Sinners, but I don't feel like they were too overbearing with the faith. You also have different rituals and beliefs put out in the film, and I think that's important too, because when you face something so unexpected like a vampire, you gotta expect somebody else maybe knows a little something or two about, vampires. What are you doing? Praying. The subliminal messaging and foreshadowing throughout the film is so good. Like, I feel like the natural untrained eye when it comes to film will not see it until it's like bang and you're like, whoa. But like seeing it as a little bit more of a critical perspective, I loved it. I think Ryan Coogler just has such a unique way of tying things together in the most unexpected ways that you would think. The vampires are very classic, very simple, and I think that's perfect for this story. I feel like if you made them too much, it would take so much away from the journey. I like how the vampires use the metaphor of the blues as bringing in fellowship and love, but also trying to drive their story like, hey, you want to live forever? You want to have fellowship and love? Let me just... And the crazy thing is, it works. Coogler, you gotta stop cooking! For Ryan Coogler to take such a risk, genre bending and genre blending here is just absolutely breathtaking. I think to me, I really enjoyed this because although it touches on a classic trope of, oh my gosh, it's a vampire movie, they're in some cabin and they don't know what to do, to me, he still found ways to make it unique, to make it stand out. The music, the story, the cast, and the cinematography were all spectacular ways to usher in the beginning of summer blockbuster season. I mean, hell, next week is Thunderbolts. Marvel movie, here we come. You want my advice? Grab a bite and see Sinners, because this is awesome. Did you, or are you going to see Sinners? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if you're gonna watch this banger of a film. And while you're at it, be sure to go to onlyoni.com and use code ARIES for 15% off our return to Japan line. Also, if you spend over $50, you get free shipping. Now, who doesn't like free? That's right, nobody. So go to onlyoni.com and get you some merch. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.